are you from Mass?
I'm from Nashua, New Hampshire, which is like.
We talked about this.
I could drive, and it would take me like
broke,
5 minutes to get to the border. So it's like
broke,
the gate city is what they called it. Yeah.
When me and all my homies were broke, because you don't get taxed on this fucking shit, we would go up before a party or something. Get all our booze from New Hampshire. Yeah.
Man, we got the whole East Coast gang in here right now.
I know, it's weird, right?
People from listen, no offense, people from the East Coast are just better humans.
It's just a
better
whole
senses of humor.
It's just a whole different
tougher.
ball game. Tougher, grind harder. I remember when I first started coming out to LA.
Honest, very honest.
I remember when I first started coming out to LA, I would go to these meetings and motherfuckers would be like, yo, I'm going for my lunch now. And I'd be like, all right, I'll see you in like 4 minutes. Because, yo, when I eat lunch in New York City, I eat it off my computer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While I'm grinding still. These dudes
ethic.
go and they fucking surf and shit.
Walk their dogs.
Do whatever. Like, LA's the slowest shit. I say all the time. Like,
no
LA person can go to New York City, go to like Brooklyn or some shit and take over there.
You can't. Why would you be in Manhattan unless you wanted to work, unless you wanted to grind? There's no reason to be around all that hubbub, all that loud noises, everything, unless you're trying to get it in.
And it just smells like piss.
It does.
A lot of piss.
But so does downtown LA.
Oh yeah,
so does downtown LA.
I lived there for like 3 years. That's hell on earth.
You lived in New York?
No, but also downtown LA. Oh my god, the piss, the vomit, the shit. It's insane.
Okay, yeah.
But I never feel out of place. Like even when I'm around the piss in New York City, like when you grow up around.
You also have a piss fetish, though.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Actually, it's the opposite. I've had a couple of the girls we spoke about earlier today tell me to piss in their mouths.
I was watching
a
dude.
Do you do that?
No, I don't do any kind of pee stuff.
I don't do any of that shit.
I pee on my girlfriend's leg in the shower. That's about it.
Yeah, it's
just for me to be.
No, but I was watching a fool do. I was watching a dude do pull-ups. China Mac was doing pull-ups like on a street sign or whatever in New York City, and I was just thinking about the fact that when you're in New York City, your hands never feel clean.
Never.
Oh
you know, it's just there's a murkiness in the air.
There's a real thing to that because anytime I've ever went, I lived in Long Island for 2 years, and anytime we ever went to the city, I'd come back and I would get sick. I would always get sick.
For sure.
Just how we get fucking
and you
sick.
never really feel safe either. Like it's just a grimy ass city. And by the way,
you're on edge.
There's no fucking trees.
50, 60 miles around the shit. A lot of the cities, like I grew up outside New Haven, Connecticut, and I fucked around in Bridgeport a lot when I was doing my thing. And like it's just a whole different vibe there. Like people are all fucking about it. Like if you talk shit out there,
we talked about
it's
this.
a guarantee that shit's going down. It's a guarantee. There's no question. Out here, like there's like all this like foo-foo bullshit.
And fucking people over out here is like, it's like welcomed. Like it's like celebrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
this is normal.
You fuck someone over and you finesse some shit. It's like, oh, fucking dope, whatever. Or it's just not a big deal. Dude, where the fuck I'm from, if you fuck somebody over on fucking $20, the person you're fucking over could be $1 million. It's done. Me and you, we will never fucking, it is very different out here.
It really
I don't want to shit on it either because I fucking live here. I'm not going to be that guy who's like, where I'm from is the best. There's a lot of things out here that are a lot cooler.
Oh, I don't want to go back.
Everyone out here is doing shit. Like they got something going on.
Creative.
All my friends, everyone where I'm from has a fucking bullshit job. And they're just doing regular life. Everyone out here is talking about some kind of idea or some new thing. And half the time,
that's the thing.
Bullshit.
Everybody out here is working on something for better or for worse because a lot of times, you meet people and it's just so insanely transparent that they just want something from you, and it's the only. And that's just normal shit in LA. Whereas in New York, it's like I feel like even if you are some degree of celebrity or whatever, that you're still more likely to get like a real conversation out of people. New York is a place where it's a lot more fun to be famous than LA because people in New York are way more reserved about asking you for photos or all that kind of shit. From my experience. I've noticed.
I also feel like another big difference I noticed is that like
people are friendlier. I feel like friendlier
out here for sure. I was just about to say
it's
acceptable in New York to be like to have that like down tempo humor. In LA, like
dark,
talking shit, making fun of people,
fucking with people. Like if I see like I'm so used to still I have a lot of trouble here in LA. When I see a fat person and they say some shit to me, I have trouble not saying like, all right, you fat fuck, because that's what I say in New York. In New York, you call people fat fucks.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be that weird.
And you hear, you're like, how dare you fucking go against my body
I'm calling
me,
BuzzFeed right now.
Fucking bro, in New York, dude, like you say all that shit. There's no protection. There's nothing. It's starting to happen. But like LA is just... we talk about censorship. We talk about censorship on like podcasts, on YouTube, and all that shit. LA leads that charge.
Listen,
LA leads that charge. You can't say shit in this city. This is a bubble of protection, and for my whole life I've been a Democrat. For my whole life I've been a Democrat and
we're in the same box then, yeah.
And then I came here.
Libertarian.
Maybe like Gary Johnson or some shit. No. I came here, bro, and I saw what a fucking real liberal was. Because they were like, you can't say that. And I'm like, I didn't even fucking say anything.
But isn't it weird how it's slowly getting to the point where guys like us do not want to call ourselves liberal because of how disgusting the climate is when it comes to deplatforming people, silencing free speech, etc. It's like, I just don't want anything to do with that. And I'm a man without a fucking party now because I don't want to saddle up with Trump either. Like, there's a lot but there's a lot of people who their Trump support is directly just a rejection of all of this bullshit.
Do you remember when like being a liberal just meant you wanted like weed legalized, you wanted like
freedom,
just freedoms, like yo, like
abortions are cool.
Of course I want like gay people to get married and I want all of that, dude. Of course I want all of that.
That's why, yo, libertarian.
But at the same time, there's got to be a fucking line drawn somewhere as to where this shit ends, bro. Because right now, dude, you can't do anything. We aren't safe. Every fucking video I make or the podcast that we make has to go through a 40 fucking person review team, and they're like, oh, this little thing here could affect this group negatively, so we gotta fucking change that.
Dude, that's why I don't do brand deals, because they all fucking, it fucks everything up.
Really?
It's just crazy, and especially for me, and I'm sure especially for you, because my whole brand since day one, as micro as it is still, has been about, yo, like, this is who I fucking am, bro. And I'd rather not make content than make content that is not authentic to who I am. Like, I want to be authentic and relatable. Those are the two things I strive for, and that's it. That's it.
Because then you know that wherever you land, whether you got 1 million followers or 100,000 or whatever, that you deserve that, and that's exactly where you're supposed to be. If you're presenting a fake-ass version of yourself, then you're always going to be thinking, what version of myself as a YouTuber should I be putting out there next month? I don't really have to think about that. I have to think about my content and what I'm doing. But I'm not thinking about like, oh, I got to do this differently. It's like there's certain parts that are just you can't change about yourself. And YouTube is hell-bent on making you want to change everything about yourself so that you can whatever monetize
YouTube's
better.
Fucking trash, man.
I saw a leak today.
It's hard times.
I saw a leak today that Shapiro put out. It was an email between Google execs that called Shapiro and a couple other people Nazis.
And this is from within YouTube.
All the email addresses were at google.com. And it was basically like, our next step is making sure these people never hit the suggested fucking videos.
Right.
And so like even the shit that's not bubbling up to the top that a lot of us don't see is happening by way of not suggesting videos, by not promoting videos, and burying shit. And like you said, I'm not a Trump fucking dick rider. I'm not a conservative. I'm somewhere in the middle hanging out trying to make sense of all this shit.
Right.
Can I actually run something by you?
But now to be a Democrat is to be anti-free speech, because to be a conservative is pro-free speech. So we're in this truly sick situation.
Do you guys know what like the Libertarian Party is?
Yeah.
I don't like to identify with anything, but I feel like if I were to give myself a label, it'd be that.
That's what
personal responsibility.
That's basically what it boils down to. Listen, there should be one fucking rule, okay? And I know I'm oversimplifying it, but everybody on the planet should just be free to do whatever it is that they fucking want to do. That's it.
No.
This is the thing that I forgot. So long as you do not impede on anyone else's freedom, or you fuck with anybody else's happiness. If you're not hurting somebody, then you should be able to be free to do whatever the fuck you want.
But
if
then
if you're a mom of 5, you shouldn't be able to do crack. But if you're not,
but you run into a problem like, you know,
but for real though, like,
we gave Google and Facebook the benefit of the doubt that they were creating these public common platforms, and now it's quickly becoming clear to us that in reality they're completely politicized, that there's absolutely like Google themselves are scared shitless of regulation, and they're scared of what's going to happen to their companies. They're going to get broke up. They're going to get regulated. So Google himself, like the reason why they wouldn't kick Crowder off the platform is because YouTube wants to present itself as politically neutral. But then when you actually see the leaked emails like that, you realize, no, actually Google, all the fucking employees there are a bunch of activists, and they're all working their own platform. And that's why they need to have these committees that come in and regulatory bodies.
I saw a New York Times article 2 weeks ago that said that I couldn't fucking believe my eyes that YouTube gives a platform to far-right activists.
And that article literally was about a kid who didn't even become a conservative. It made him think about different stuff, and then he ended up going back to liberalism.
But hold on. Imagine writing that article when YouTube, am I wrong? They are so clearly skewed in the opposite direction than that article went.
Exactly.
I mean, if you
That's
just
why it's
look
hilarious.
at a YouTube rewind, it is...
It's a social justice warrior clusterfuck.
Clusterfuck.
Yeah. I am so proud of this community.
How about this?
Shout out Gabby.
How about this? What if YouTube just said, what? So the fuck what? We're a platform and people are going to upload shit and there's an algorithm. If it's popular, it's popular.
No,
sorry.
never going to happen.
No,
Never
no
gonna happen,
shit.
no.
Never going to happen because of money.
No
the
shit.
big next move, like Vitaly won't be the guy because it's a
But
website.
dude, what the fuck?
Is deplatforming.
But yo,
someone will everyone is going to deplatform. If at some point you don't start to give the creators, the people that drive all this shit, what they fucking want, they're going to deplatform. I have in my phone right now, if I turn my phone over, there'll be 3 dudes that are all worth $1 billion plus that are working on streaming deplatform sites right now that want me off YouTube, that want you off YouTube, that want Logan off YouTube. It is happening right fucking now.
That's great news.
And it's subscription based. So instead of having to worry about getting 5% of the ad revenue that comes in off your videos, you get 80% of the subscription. The other 20 goes to the platform. It's happening right now. People are fucking fed up. They don't want to cower to.
YouTube just has the audience.
And these,
yes.
But then
it's going to be hard. I'm not saying it's going to be
these
easy.
new networks are going to be able to skirt the regulation shit because the only ones getting regulated are going to be the ones with like 300 million plus users or whatever the fucking number is. And that's going to make it so that Facebook and Google are under the microscope. I mean, the whole problem is that you remember like when we started making content online and stuff, there was other options in terms of places to put your content. You could put it on Vimeo, you could put it on MySpace, and the idea of monetizing on any platform besides YouTube is completely non-existent, and that's a big part of the problem.
Well, because they just, I mean, at the end of the day, if they see anybody starting to show any signs of life, they're just going to suck them up. I mean, if me and Banks deplatform and we put out a new platform and it hits, you know, however many users, they're going to make $1 billion offer to us, and I'm not turning it down. Are you?
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as we're like, yo, this is going to help all the people in the world make content they want to do, me and you are riding around on a fucking yacht.
Can I say one thing about Google? The worst company of all time couldn't have.
I'm not saying shit, dude. I need to be friends with these people.
No, yeah, whatever. Google is the fucking worst. It's the worst. Why couldn't Amazon have bought YouTube?
Oh yeah, because when you look at Twitch, it's like you feel like they've done a pretty good job with it.
Dude, they have set rules, okay? You follow the fucking rules. I have no problem with that. You got rules, follow the rules. But so long as you're in the fucking guidelines of the rules, you should not be favored in any way. You should let the people decide what they want to watch.
I feel like Bezos is going to flip the switch, and then all of a sudden you're going to be able to upload full videos to Twitch, and everything's going to change.
This is all you got to do. They probably wouldn't even have to. There'd be people jumping over there fucking like it's nothing. One fucking Facebook or one fucking Amazon or something like that just needs to take the top 100 YouTubers and offer them an exclusivity deal, throw them a few $1 million, make whatever, calculate the fucking, say, hey, you know what? You're going to make what? You're going to make, you're projected to make $5 million over the next 10 years on YouTube. We're going to offer you 15.
Or 25. Bro, what you're saying right now is it's happening.
Yeah, no,
like I assure you, calls that I've had in the past 2 weeks,
I want to tell you what this
are like, this is happening. What you just said. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen. The thing about the ads, right? The adpocalypse and the PewDiePies and shit. Do people on the other side of things, do they not buy shit? Right? Like, are we not fucking consumers too? I don't know about you guys. I buy a lot of shit.
Right.
And
Hell yeah, bro.
And I'm not a conservative by any means, but I definitely am not about the fucking censorship shit. I'm not about any of that. I think it would be obvious. I can't even fucking believe that there are people who like have a different view than that. But do we not buy shit? And am I not influenced by the political moves that companies make too? I don't know about you guys, but when I see a fucking company clearly or a platform clearly like taking a side and having a really fucking hardcore view about some shit, it makes me not want to fuck with them.
Well, Gillette was the biggest, and this should be big for you because it was Massachusetts. They did that whole, or is Gillette Connecticut,
Stadium,
whatever.
Gillette
right. Gillette did a whole
Patriot,
Gillette did a whole video about male toxicity, masculine toxicity. Is that what it's fucking called?
I remember this.
Whatever it is. They did this whole commercial, and everybody was just like, "Yo,
what the fuck
What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Right now?
I think about that every day when I'm going to the Gap and they got the pride flags on the outside. It's like, I don't believe you. And the Michael Kors store is right next door, and I'm like, at least he's a known dick eater. Gap, I don't believe it. Like, this is a gay dude who started the company. It's still named after him. Cool. Gap. There's probably no homosexuals on the fucking board at Gap, right?
I don't know.
Game proud.
Game proud, though. Come on.
Is that possible? You made his headphones fall off.
But remember when I was a little kid, that was the fucking thing. Oh, Gap, huh? Game proud? Yeah.
But you know you can't say that now.
No.
That's why you don't see me laughing. I'm just sitting here. I didn't think that was funny at all.
No, to give you some context, we're all a little bit older. That shit, when Gap was really popping, if you wore a Gap hoodie, it was a joke. It was gay and proud.
Yeah.
It was.
Let me ask you this. Did Mom's Basement die because of YouTube's prohibitive monetization policies?
No, God, no. I don't do anything for monetization.
But weren't you guys spending like 10 grand on an episode and it just became like, because you were infuriated when they demonetized your Shane Dawson episode, right?
Well, the team, I think, was. Dude, I don't fucking know.
I've seen you tweaking a little bit on Twitter, though, but I don't blame you. But I'm just saying that's them.
No, I get mad at that because it fucks with the views.
Oh, that.
They all push Dude, you don't get pushed. If your video is demonetized, you don't get pushed.
People don't know
get
that.
less views.
Yes.
People don't know that.
Right.
That's a fucking real thing.
And even more so, I don't even know if I want to say this, but
Bust it.
if you don't monetize those mid-roll shits, like how many ads have you been doing the mid-roll shits, not just the first?
T-Wop does, listen, fun fact, I've never edited a YouTube video in my life. I've never uploaded a YouTube video. T-Wop does it all, fucking, I don't.
I could tell with you for sure. There ain't no way you're putting all those. I was just hearing that the algorithm can tell when you're censoring the swears out now, too.
Oh, my fucking God.
I don't censor any of my shit. I don't censor any of it.
I don't either.
People are mad at
me.
It
would be useless.
T-Wop's just like, dude, we got to do this.
Because like at the end of the day, my thought is that a brand that you build over time will be more valuable than the ad money you get by being a bitch. If that makes sense.
Wait.
But some people are making stuff for families too, you know?
That's fine. That's fine.
Or
but
to be
for
family
people
friendly.
like us,
good for fucking, that's
but the
fine.
people like us, the brand that you will build by being real, not censoring, not swearing, and dealing with some of that demonetization, the brand you will build and the people that will follow you will be more valuable over a long period of time than the ad money will be. Because at some point you'll have so much brand equity, you'll be able to monetize that audience with whether it's clothing, whether it's a new CBD product, wherever the fuck it is, alcohol, condoms, who cares?
I'm working under that assumption too. If I edited all the swears in this, it would just sound insane.
You would just be another YouTuber, bro. That was.
But I don't think people get that offended when they watch a FaZe Banks 10-minute vlog and there's like, woo instead of the swears. But I think that if they were to watch this and it was like all the swears edited out, it would just be hell. You know?
Like watching,
you would be silent.
Bro, it's like
and for what? To get a little bit higher CPM? Like,
it's like
whatever,
listening
bro.
to a song on the radio.
Oh God, that
Like
hurts you in your soul, right?
Rich Out the Mud on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
No, I gotta sing along.
I love the song, but no.
Yeah. You know when you're at the club and you realize that the DJ just put the clean song on and it just makes you so sad.
Do you ever? You're sitting in your car and you go on Apple Music and you go to play a new album, but you put on the clean version.
And your homies are in the car.
And 30 seconds in, you realize that they're bleeping shit out, and you're like,
oh,
pull over the side of the road. No, that's me.
I'm saying.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
So, through all this Tfue shit, I got some feedback from some of these like bum ass fucking 35, 40-year-old like wannabe businessmen, like ex Walmart managers who fucking think they know everything about business and talk with all this whatever. I got a bunch of shit for not being professional and being like, I'm one of the faces of esports, right? And like, they're trying so hard for this to be this big professional, clean, necktie, fucking like whatever thing. And I'm getting some shit for that. Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you think I should be more professional? Do you think it would be in my best interest?
That's one question, but what I'll say is that anytime you have any kind of burgeoning or growing niche culture, subsect of the world or whatever, that's always one part that they will use against you to try to silence you, is they'll tell you, oh, you're making blank look bad. Oh, you're making blank look immature. And it's like, at the end of the day, these arguments are going to play out one way or another. Like, you could look at the most sophisticated, developed sports and stuff. Like, maybe you look at the NBA and it's like, yeah, you don't see a ton of like super public arguing and riffing between the teams and stuff, because you do have the league really trying to stop that, and they're going to punish you. They're going to fine you if you do something inappropriate, whatever. I don't necessarily think that that is the best end result situation. I like when the people who are loud and like, I like the fact that in hip hop, you are quite likely to see someone who's like an elder statesman of hip hop, like a T.I. or whoever, get on his Instagram story when he has a problem with Kodak Black. He gets on his Instagram story and says, "Listen here, motherfucker."
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
Real shit.
It's real. It feels
You're
real.
not welcome in LA. You're not welcome here anymore. Like, that's the thing. Like, it depends on what you want. Do you want to go to a multi-billion-dollar organization just to say you went to be a billion-dollar organization or multi-billion-dollar organization? Or do you want to stay true to who you are?
We're going to get there regardless, but go ahead.
But that's the thing. If you know that, then there's no question. If you know that, if you're going to become a multi-billion-dollar organization, whether you censor yourself, bitch out, do whatever the fuck, then why do it? Then why do it at all? Why censor yourself?
This is where it comes from with me, all right?
And Tava's going to be mad at me for saying that.
I never claimed to be professional. I never wanted that. I never claimed any of that. I never tried to be that. In video games and the internet, it's so brand new, and it's whatever the fuck we decide it is. And I think the most beautiful thing about the internet is the information and everything you get and consume instantly is so raw and real at all times. You can always find out the truth, and you can always figure it out. And like, I don't know, this just like pretending to try to be the NFL and pretending to try to do that. Like, it bothers me, because there's a lot of people now with a lot of money who are coming into esports who have never fucking picked up an Xbox.
That must be crazy for you, having seen it from the beginning in a lot of ways. Not the beginning, but early.
I mean, the beginning.
In terms of the online version of it, for sure, yeah.
The beginning, as far as like esports goes and the idea of playing video games professionally, the beginning. Like, I was there from the fucking beginning, right? And it's like, this is whatever the fuck we say it is. Because to be real, there aren't many organizations that are doing what FaZe is trying to do that are organic the way we're organic. Me, Apex, Rain, Tommy, we met on Xbox. I was fucking broke my whole life, right? We met on Xbox. We started this little clique. We played video games just to fucking do it. We started a little team. We repped the same name. We got an audience, and we fucking snowballed on that. And like, we really are from this shit. Like, this was us. Like, and who I want to represent are those kids. Like I said, everyone from my parents to my friends to everybody told me, bro, are you out of your fucking mind 8 years ago? Video games, money, are you fucking crazy? Like, I was going to UMass Lowell. I was going there. I was going to be an accountant, and I had a whole fucking life figured out and whatever, and I fucking dropped off, and I was making $1,000 a month and whatever, and all I want to do this shit for is them. And like I said, I just want I want what FaZe to represent. I want this logo and this brand to just represent the fucking gamer, because there's nothing for them.
The business people, though, they want the brand to be bigger than any individual star, and they probably look at your star power and the fact that all these kids are so beholden to you as kind of like a liability.
By the way, it is.
Right.
It is. And I'll tell you,
it's a huge liability.
Think about who at this table knows that better than anyone.
It's a huge
Think about that. Logan was the only face of a $33 million 2017 merchandise organization.
Wow.
Plus a $33 million in 2017. The only face of it. There was no one else.
And when you're a YouTuber,
his team said to him,
no, they were.
You need to diversify. You need other people, other legs to stand on in case some SJW or some shit fucking goes down. And we all know what happened. And it happened, right? And by the way, like, we're way back up. Things are fucking great right now. Like, everything's good, right?
The podcast is great.
The podcast is fantastic. I love it, bro.
A little bit more of like an adult angle of his personality.
It shows him as a real person.
But I feel like you're like the star of the podcast. And if anything has happened because of the podcast, it's like, oh, like Logan is sort of. But it's true. Like, he's sort of introduced us to this dude Mike. That like now all these Logan Paul fans, like, I don't know if he ever had like a co-star in his videos that he was hyping up or having around as much as he's had you. It's kind of interesting. He's
just never been about collabs. He never wanted to do collabs. Jake liked collabs. Logan never did. He's very focused. He's all about doing things different and doing it the way that he wants to do things. it worked and it continues to work. But when it comes to the podcast, he'll even go and say it. He'll be like, yo, Mike, you are out of the two of us, you are the podcaster. Out of the two of us, you've got a extensive knowledge. You've been through a lot of shit in your life. You've got a lot of wisdom. You know about a lot of different topics, and you're fucking funny.
Do you want one of these? No.
I'm good.
And he's like,
Starbucks gang.
And you're fucking
Meth
funny.
in my cup.
Yeah.